Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans on this Tuesday, February 11th, 2020. I'd like to bring you some information deriving out of Chicago pertaining to Mr. Jussie Smollett. And I would like to say to my YouTube subscribers, please log on to my earlier videos from last year when I first joined this platform. And I discussed the shenanigans pertaining to Mr. Jussie Smollett. So if you need verification for this story, please log on to blavity.com. Jussie Smollett indicted on new charges in connection to alleged hate crime hoax. Nearly a year after felony charges were dropped, the actor has been indicted by Chicago officials again. A Chicago special prosecutor has indicted Jussie Smollett for an alleged hate crime he is accused of falsifying back in January 2019. The actor was indicted Tuesday by attorney Dan Webb, who was appointed by a Cook County judge. According to ABC News, Webb was instructed to continue investigating Smollett allegedly falsely reporting he was attacked by two men who were motivated by racial and homophobic hatred. Smollett claims he was walking down a Chicago street at night by himself when the men approached him, shouting slurs and hanging a noose around his neck, as Blavity previously reported. Police say that the attack was organized with the help of two brothers, Ola and Abel Ansadero, who Smollett hired and had previously worked with. The brothers were reportedly paid $3,500 to carry out the attack. Smollett was initially charged with 16 counts of felony disorderly conduct back in 2019, but the charges were dropped by the Cook County State Attorney's Office. Officials claim the star staged the attack because he was unhappy with his salary while a part of the cast on Empire, WLS reports. The star also allegedly received a hate letter while on set for the Fox show and was disappointed in the studio's lack of response. However, police say the letter was also fake. The charges were dropped in February 2019 in exchange for the 37-year-old completing community service and forfeiture of his $10,000 bond payment. Smollett later held a press conference addressing the media after the charges were dropped, as Blavity previously reported. "I would not be my mother's son if I was capable of one drop of what I've been accused of," he said. "I've been truthful and consistent on every single level since day one." His family also released a statement showing their support. "Our son and brother is an innocent man whose name and character has been unjustly smeared," the statement read. "Jussie is a son, a brother, a partner, a champion for human rights, and a genuine soul who would never be capable of what he is falsely accused of. He was the victim of an assault and then falsely blamed for his own attack. This morning, truth has prevailed and he has been vindicated. All charges have been dismissed and his record expunged. Cleared." Despite remaining consistent in his theory, the city of Chicago was not as impressed. Officials said during a press conference at the time of the incident that the city's reputation was in the mud because of the situation. "He did this all in the name of self-promotion," former Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel said at a press conference an hour before Smollett spoke. "This is a whitewash of justice. A grand jury could not have been clearer. Where is the accountability in the system?" And that is the latest report from Blavity.com. So as I just stated, new news out of Chicago. Mr. Jussie Smollett has been indicted for this fake hoax crime. And as they said, as the former mayor said, a terrible stain on the city. And I agree with the other shenanigans going on in Chicago pertaining to a certain famous singer and alleged sexual assaults. Okay, it's bad. A great city, wonderful city, and all this old buffoonery and shenanigans, bringing shame to the city. It's sad. And what's even more sad is that Mr. Smollett was living in this city while filming for Empire. These people have been, I'm sure, kind to you, nice to you, humbled to even have you working on a TV show in the city. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, you want to come up with this mess that someone tried to attack you. And it all leads back to two people that you know. Two people that you know. And let's just be truthful. You already know that investigators have talked to those two young men. And they 9 times out of 10 told them that they were involved and that they were paid. Because how would they even know how much the two guys were paid unless the guys told them they were paid to exact this fake crime why would I as a person implicate myself into a crime that I did not do? Who does that? So think about that for all those who will jump on and say, they're wrong, they're just, throwing mud and da-da-da-da-da. No, honey. No sane person that wants to go to jail or be accused of falsifying a report or anything is going to implicate themselves into a crime that they did not commit, did not know anything about. I tell you, when you go back to my earlier videos, I come down hard on Mr. Smollett because it's disgusting. His behavior was disgusting. This fake crime. He used the slogan pertaining to Mr. Trump, that they had MAGA hats and all this old type of crazy stuff. And we already have enough shenanigans going on with that issue pertaining to the president and people exacting crazy, venom every day. And here you come throwing that in the mix, which made it worse. Made the situation way worse, and it was uncalled for. You just throwing everybody in the mix of your buffoonery, and it's not fair to the decent citizens of Chicago. And those detectives running around trying to find this villains that allegedly attacked you, when we know they didn't exist because it was a hoax. A very cold, cold night in Chicago. Nothing crawling around outside them streets but a damn rat. You understand what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but you get my drift. Nobody was running around out there. For what? Cold night? People dressed like Eskimos trying to get from here to there? And some guys are just bored in the finer part of town, looking for you, looking for a black person to throw a noose around his neck. And it was just so disrespectful to African American people. Disrespectful to throw in the Trump hat scenario, the slogan rather, it was too much. But I know why he did it, because it sounds more believable. Do you understand what I'm saying? He knew the situation that has been going on in this country with that party and the nasty venom some of those people spew out in rallying behind Mr. Trump. He knew exactly what he was doing. Now, where they came up with all this stuff about the letters, the fake letters written to him at the studio, him being dissatisfied with his salary with Empire or whatever, I don't know where all that came from, but it came from somewhere. And that's what I always found interesting about the storyline, is where did these stories come from? Excuse me. Where did all this come from? Because somebody was talking like people always do. And then he wants to sit in this statement and say, I wouldn't be my mother's son if I was capable of this. Well, what difference does it matter about who your mama is and you being her son? A liar has came from many women, many men. So you're not talking about nothing. As I state, very shameful act in a great city. And I'm sure it was very disappointing to people who are and were fans of the show, fans of his work, and it's disappointing that you'd have to stoop to this level. And as I state, when you get two Mohicans crying and spinning the web, you 9 times out of 10 know there's some truth to what they're saying. There's some truth to the hoax. Because why would people implicate themselves if they weren't involved? And why would they rough you up allegedly and happen to know you just to be goofing off and playing around? He's a sad person to me. He's a disturbed person to me. And I was very angry when he called himself acting like he wanted to threaten the city of Chicago, talking about suing them. Suing them for what? You are the reason that the case was even came to fruition, because you alleged that something bad happened to you. So these people went out of their way to try to find the culprits that attacked you. So you say, and then you turn on them once the charges were dropped, dismissed, whatever, and then now let me sue the city. I need some money. Why? Because they told you couldn't get your bond back? Then you jeopardize also your role on Empire by this hoax. Because you see, what a person has to tell himself, herself, is that, who the hell have we been dealing with? Who the hell is this guy that's coming into this job every day pretending to be this person in a role in a TV show, we don't even know who the hell he is. And as they say, who better to pull off a stunt than an actor? Come on with it. Like and share. Drop your comments below. I will bring you an update on this story. More shenanigans deriving out of Chicago, it looks like. Once again, Chicago is going to be a very busy city this upcoming spring and summer with the ongoing cases deriving out of Chicago. But I will bring you an update to this story. Please drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. And until the next video, this is Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.